In this video today, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 crucial tips that will help you become a better no money spent ultimate team player, as well as how my team is really good, but yet the overall doesn't say it, and it just really works well for me. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you guys my most crucial tip on obviously becoming a better ultimate team player. So the first tip I want to give you guys is to play your solo challenges. Now I understand that not many people want to play their solo challenges, but let me just go over some really good rewards you can get. Campus Heroes, you're able to get a free 89 overall card. Yes, 89 overall cards still aren't the best cards in the game right now, but they're solid and they'll help build out weaker positions in your current team. You're also able to pick what player you want out of them, so it just helps you out even more in that sense because you're able to pick what player you need for your team. Most feared, you can get a free 90 overall player. There are so many good 90 overall most feared players. They're slowly getting a little bit more outdated, similar to the Campus Heroes, but still they're great players to fill in for those weak spots in your team. The last tip I want to give you guys about solo challenges is the Legends piece. Legends, you can play these, get power-ups, and these power-ups can sell for loads of coins. One right now that's really good is Michael Vick. I completed this in a video a couple weeks ago, but it's still going for a good amount. Other players in here, you know, you just got to look at them, and LeGarrette Blunt's probably one of them. If you just check around the auction house, look for legend players, and then look for their power-ups and see how much those power-ups are going for, and decide if they're worth you going in and completing this, because you also get 1,000 coins, which isn't obviously that much, but it's just another bonus of completing this challenge. So next thing I want to talk about here is kind of building your team in general, because as you guys can see, I have an 88 overall team with a 91 offense and an 87 defense, but the overall doesn't translate to how good the team is, as well as this team is still not the best team in the game, but there are 2 main reasons why this team works really well for me. So the first thing you're going to notice about this team right away looking at it is there are a lot of Vikings players. I actually have a Vikings 50 out of 50 theme team, which gives me +2 speed, or actually I'll just show you guys all the boosts it gives me. It gives me +2 strength, +2 jumping, +2 agility, +2 excel, and obviously most important, +2 speed to every single Vikings player on this lineup. The thing with theme teams right now is that you don't have to necessarily have all players for that team. As you guys can see, I have 3 old linemen right here that aren't Vikings chemmed. They're still going to help my team out, but they're just not getting that chem boost. And that's the good thing about theme teams, though, is that you're able to fill holes in your theme team that don't necessarily have the best position. So I don't have an 82 playing. Obviously, a weak point on this offense is an 85, but yet he still plays really good. And if I throw edge protector, he still blocks good enough for me. Now, the second tip I want to give you guys about building your team is building it kind of around how you actually play. Would it be smart for me to have a really good old line, a strong running back, and kind of like okay wide receivers and an okay quarterback? No, because I run a very heavy pass offense. As you guys can see, I have Kirk Cousins. There's a Randall Cunningham in the game that is much better than this Kirk Cousins. But what that Randall Cunningham doesn't have is Hot Route Master. I like changing my routes up a lot, and I think maybe Randall Cunningham might, but he's just way more expensive as well. So I just like running this Kirk Cousins, as well as this Kirk Cousins was free from my Harvest challenges that I did earlier. Next step up on this team is Cordell Patterson. He's not the best running halfback. Dalvin Cook obviously is probably maybe even a little bit better in the backfield. Probably not though. But this Cordell Patterson gets backfield master, as well as it has 94 speed with all the Vikings chem. So he's a great receiving back, even though it says elusive back, and he's overall just a great player for my team. Now the next step up that I want to talk about here is my wide receivers and tight end. I really only have one really great wide receiver, which is Randy Moss. He has 95 speed and plays tremendous. Ahmad Rashad as well as Devin Hester are okay guys that I just throw to when they're wide open. When I'm running an offensive scheme, I look for 3 guys: Cordell Patterson, Randy Moss, and Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph is another card. Now let me go and check his stats for you guys. But this Kyle Rudolph card is still really good. He has 91 speed, which is pretty decent for a tight end, and he's just overall plays great. I only need 3 really great guys: Cordell Patterson, Randy Moss, and Kyle Rudolph. They're all really solid overalls, as well as got really good speed. They do perfectly fine for me. Now moving over to the defense, I'm a little less picky, right? So I don't really care too much about it, but I have solid cornerbacks: Xavier Rhodes, Pat P, even Trey Wayne sometimes gets on the field. Then we got 2 great D tackles right here. Obviously, Ndamukong Suh isn't, but with Broderick Thomas and then Daniil Hunter. And then my safeties are pretty decent. My free safeties are a little bit lacking. But let me explain to you guys why this defense actually is pretty good, even though it's not really that great. So the overall Madden system are counting these 3 guys as starters. These guys never touch my field. That's number 1. Number 2 is like guys like Pat P, who are only like an 87 overall with like 88 after chems. he still gets 91 speed, which is really good. Going over to some other guys like Xavier Oates, who came out over the Halloween period of time, so he's kind of an older card. And as we check, his stats really aren't that great. But with all that Vikings chem, he just becomes so much better. So having a theme team can really transform a mediocre defense into a very solid to good defense. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys right here. Same with your offense, but I'm just a little less picky with my defense. My offense, I really kind of selected because I need to run it, so I'm able to run it to my liking. So I'm able to have my pass game offense instead of having to worry about my run game. Because having a guy like Derrick Henry would do no good for me. Derrick Henry's a very good power back, but he wouldn't help me in the pass game, I mean. Because obviously I pass more than I run, like I've stated many times. So yeah, let's get into this final crucial tip, as well as I'm going to leave you guys another video that you can go and watch. That is going to be perfect if you're looking to get better at this area. So my last tip here is kind of stupid, and you might facepalm when I say this, but make coins. Now, I know that sounds very dumb, but at this end of the video, I'm going to show you guys a video that you can go ahead and watch. That'll show you how to make even more coins. But going into kind of areas, I'll just go over a couple methods right here. Get a player pack, works perfectly. You just open the pack and sell the player that you get. A way to find coin methods is just going through sets and kind of finding sets that can make you good profit after you get like a player and its power up. Keen example of that is Team of the Week. Another one would be kind of be Legends. But yeah, you could go back to like week 4, week 5, and maybe find a set that's very profitable. Just look how much a set's going to cost you, how much the player is going to sell for once you complete the set, and see if it actually makes you a good amount of profit. But yeah, if you guys want to learn how to make more coins, go check out the video linked on your screen right now. See y'all later, and peace out.